So here's kind of like my thing with just like everything that just kind of went on with the Republican Party the last 4 years, because I'm really upset about the fact that they supported a personality like Trump, and then just all the ridiculous nonsense that that party just like really like supported. Like at the end of the day, man, the whole my man from the get goes. It's just like the way they attacked like just media, the way they attacked the media. The way they attacked, like they made out the Democrats to seem like criminals, and I'm sure there's a bunch of criminals in there, but that's the same shit on both sides. And then just these stupid the public hearings and stuff like that, how they went on like after the elections, how they would go on TV and then just kind of like speak in a way to kind of give the illusion that something else was happening. Like this whole thing, right? It's the thing about it is like in these last few months, right? This was really like the next season of like House of Cards, where it was like a lazy attempt at a coup, right? Like I don't think it was a coup, like in the sense that it was supposed to be successful, but I think they wanted to create that illusion, and it's just annoying that they, in my opinion, they supported this illusion and they wanted this illusion to be put out there, man. So it's just like, I don't know, man. Like that's just ridiculous to me. Well, it was to me. That's just ridiculous.
Here's the thing: it was always there though. Like white supremacy and freaking whacked out radicalism, whatever you want to call it, it's always there. They're always going to have a portion of your population that is into that QAnon crazy, wild, racist shit. It's always going to be there. My thing is, I'm with you. The fact that it was being entertained by major networks and covered by major networks, and they're getting all this exposure and whatnot. And of course, and prior to Twitter silencing Trump and all the other major social media outlets silencing him, you're feeding into this fantasy world, bro. Because they were always there. They didn't just come out of thin air, bro. You have to understand that. A lot of people need to understand that. Like these whacked out crazies were always here. White supremacy is always going to be here. It's always going to show up. It's always going to be here. I feel like AOC, because she covered this in her Ether diss. Like, bro, it's always there. It's always there. But the thing is,
what an optimist,
bro. It's not going away because it's a culture, bro. It's taught. Like, bro, there's still people that still rock with Jim Crow. Oh, Jim Crow is like what century are we in, bro? Like Jim Crow.
That was only 60 years ago.
It was only 60 years ago, but still, bro, that's almost a century. That's halfway to a century, bro. It's a while ago, bro. So that's what I'm saying. It's like that mindset and that ideology is always going to be there. It's just they've been empowered and emboldened for it to surface, and in the riot's case, to boil over and do something about it. So that's where I'm coming from. That's how I see it, and that's how I always see it.
DK, I think we're growing up because it's like, you're like, why were other Republicans encouraging it? Why are they complacent? And politics, at the end of the day, it's a power game, right? You follow the power, you don't go against the power, you wait for your opportunity, and then you could do things. Hence why now all of a sudden Republicans are like, yeah, impeach Trump. Like they couldn't say that. They couldn't even say that 2 months ago. They couldn't even say that. That's like committing political suicide. It's not just following the will of the people. It's like your main objective is to at very least remain in power. Mm-hmm. So I think we're growing up and we're seeing it. We're like, oh my God, this is fucking ridiculous. And it is ridiculous if we operate under the assumption that their job is to purely act in the best interest of the people.
Nope. Their primary job is to stay in office. That's numero uno. Numero uno.
And if they help us along the line, yeah, cool. Okay. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, fantastic. I'm sure that they would rather, I don't think that people in politics are these mustache twirling evil people, but it's like when you're in the moment, some of them are, but like when you're surrounded in this, when you're in this culture, when you're surrounded in this sort of dog eat dog world, like I think it conditions you, and only certain people rise to the top. Like certain people who are willing to make certain sacrifices of their own values, of people in general. Like you can't become president, not being, or you can't reach a high office, in my opinion, without being some sort of like Machiavellian, like some version of that. Even people who we would prop up, even someone like an AOC or Omar, I would bet money that they had to do some Machiavellian shit at some point to get to where they are. And it doesn't make them evil. That's just what it is. That's just how people are, because the people who are totally principled, people who don't break the rules, are always going to lose to people who are willing to at least bend the rules at some point. I think we just realize it. And
always prosper.
Ooh, those are nuggets from the base, bro. And that's the base.
Rundown.
Damn, that was pretty good.
Kamala was in a
Kampala Harrison.